Hello, beautiful soul. Have you ever glimpsed a truth so powerful, so radiant, that it shattered everything you thought you knew? A truth so intense, it burned away your very sense of self, leaving nothing but pure, divine awareness? In the rich, passionate tapestry of Sufism, there was once a mystic who encountered exactly this truth. His name was Mansur al-Hallaj. He lived during the 9th and 10th century CE in ancient Persia, a time of spiritual flourishing, yet also a time of fear, suspicion, and misunderstanding. Al-Hallaj did not merely speak of divine love. He did not merely describe the unity of the soul with God. He became the living embodiment of that unity, and the world was never the same again. Today, we step into the fire with him. Today, we taste the intoxicating wine of his words, and through him, we rediscover the deepest truth of existence itself, al-Haqq, the moment of divine truth. There was a night, centuries ago, beneath the vast Persian sky, when Mansur al-Hallaj uttered a phrase so profound, so revolutionary, it echoed across generations. Ana al-Haqq. I am the truth. These words were not spoken lightly. They were not born of arrogance or pride. They were the cry of a soul consumed by divine unity, because in that moment, Al-Hallaj realized something profound. He was no longer a mortal, separate from the divine. He was no longer a seeker searching for God. He had become one with the very essence of existence itself. The boundaries dissolved, the ego vanished, only the divine remained. In that instant, Al-Hallaj ceased to exist. He became a vessel, a mirror in which the divine saw itself clearly. And through him, the divine spoke its greatest, most dangerous truth. There is no separation. There never was. The intoxication of Fana, the dissolution of the self. In Sufism, there is a sacred term for this ecstatic union, Fana, the complete annihilation of the self in the divine. It is described as spiritual intoxication, a state of ecstatic surrender where the boundaries between lover and beloved vanish. Imagine this intoxication. Imagine being so filled with divine presence that you no longer recognize your own reflection. Imagine every breath being the breath of the divine, every heartbeat pulsing with the heartbeat of the universe itself. In this state, you no longer speak. The divine speaks through you. You no longer move. The divine moves through you. You no longer live. The divine lives through you. This was Al-Hallaj's journey. It was a journey from separation into ecstatic unity, from mortal limitation into infinite expansion. It was not without pain, for to merge fully with the divine, the ego must be burned away, leaving nothing behind but the truth itself. But once tasted, Al-Hallaj knew there was no turning back. The price of divine truth, martyrdom, and the power of love. But what happens when the world does not understand the language of divine unity? When Al-Hallaj proclaimed, "I am the truth," many heard blasphemy. They heard arrogance, defiance, madness. They feared his words because they revealed a truth that could not be controlled, contained, or silenced by any authority. And so, they captured him. They bound him in chains. They sentenced him to death. Yet even in the face of execution, Al-Hallaj did not recant. Even as he stood before his executioners, he smiled. He knew the truth could not be silenced, even by death. He spoke softly, lovingly in his final hours. "Kill me, my faithful friends, for in my death you grant me life eternal." He did not resist his fate. He welcomed it. Because he knew there was no death. There was only love, only eternal unity, only the beloved. And as they executed him, as the flames rose around him, Al-Hallaj smiled, because he had already merged with that infinite love. The legacy of Al-Hallaj, the eternal flame. But here is the most beautiful secret of all. Al-Hallaj did not die. His body fell away, but his truth, his blazing unity with the divine, lived on. It lived in every soul who heard his words. It lived in every heart brave enough to dissolve itself into divine love. It lives now in you. His voice still whispers through time, speaking clearly to those who dare to listen. Do not fear annihilation. Do not fear the fire of divine love. Step into it fully. Allow it to burn away all illusions, all false identities, all barriers that separate you from the truth. Because on the other side of that fire, you will discover your infinite nature. You are not separate from God. You are not separate from love. You are not separate from anything. You are the truth itself, breathing, existing, loving, remembering. His message to you: become the love you seek. And so now, listen closely, beautiful soul. What is the message that Al-Hallaj speaks to you across eternity? He whispers, do not simply speak of love, become it. Do not settle for knowing about God. Become God consciousness itself. Do not merely look at the fire from a distance. Step into it. Let it burn away your fear, your doubts, your separation, until there is nothing left of you but pure, ecstatic unity. You will not lose yourself. You will discover who you truly are. You will not be destroyed by this fire. You will become it. And once you taste this divine intoxication, you will never return to the illusion again. Because in that sacred moment of unity, you will finally remember. You were always, already one. Closing reflection, the eternal flame. So today, we honor Al-Hallaj, the mystic who dared to speak the truth, the martyr who gave his life to reveal divine unity, the lover who surrendered everything for love. He is not gone. He is still here whispering through eternity. Remember who you are, and until next time, may you dissolve in the fire of divine love. May you taste the intoxicating sweetness of unity, and may your soul always remember, you are the truth.